Everyone, hi. This is Bruce Mufson, LCSW, coming at you with another video breakdown from SUNRIDGE of Nevada. For those of you new to the channel, I want to explain what the purpose of our channel is. We want to give you information so you have a better understanding about mental health issues. As for myself, I attended the University of Georgia where I received a master's in social work. I then had to do a 2-year internship to then take a national exam to become a licensed clinical social worker. I have also assessed people in prison and detention facilities and have testified hundreds of times in court to explain and clarify mental health issues to the judge, public defender, and the ADA regarding adolescents and adults. In addition, I've also done extensive public speaking, mostly to law enforcement, on understanding mental health issues with the mentally ill. And to maintain my license, I have to take 36 hours of credits every 2 years to maintain my license. Tonight's video is from Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers from Kendrick Lamar, of course, and we are going through it song by song. Tonight's song is Auntie Diaries. Before I start this song, I want to clarify again, I'm only going to break down the parts that are clinically significant to me, but I'll let you know ahead of time so you can follow along with me. This song was very, very interesting to me, and I had to do a lot of prep, more than I would normally do. I probably listened to this song about 20 times, and I read hundreds of comments. So I'm going to do a little bit different tonight, where I'm going to break down certain lines, but then I want to talk about my feelings and my reactions to this song, and what it meant to literally the millions of people that have listened to it. So here we go. In the intro, you have it, it's Kendrick Lamar and Eckhart Tolle, and it goes, he says the last line, but it goes, heart plays in ways the mind can't figure out. Okay, what does that mean? And it means this to me. The mind is meant to be precise and logical, but when it comes to the heart, it's illogical. It's not clear. It does things differently. And that's how the song is being set up. I'm taught this way, but my heart makes me do things differently. All right, now going forward on verse 1, first two lines. My auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. Yeah, Kendrick's reached the age where he's starting to question things and he's starting to learn about himself and he's starting to look at himself objectively on how he views things. His awareness is kicking in. It's also interesting, the song Auntie Diaries, because he's talking about people that transitioned and they're essentially their story that he's talking about also. Now, go to verse 3 and he goes, he's talking about Demetrius is Mary Ann now from the first line. But then in the second line, he goes, he's more confident to live his plan now. Yeah, to finally find peace and to be happy with himself. Then you go forward and it goes, I knew exactly who he was, but I still loved him. Because what is he saying? He's my cousin and I love him no matter who or what he is. I accept my cousin for the person that he is. Then it goes further down to verse 4. And this is a significant verse, to verse 4, because it goes like this. He's talking about his issues in church and what happened to his cousin. And it goes, I said, Mr. Preacher Man, should we love our neighbor? The laws of the land or the heart, what's greater? Where am I with religion? What am I getting out of religion? What am I getting out of going to services? And this is also, he does this brilliantly, where the volume, the music starts to reach to a crescendo. It starts to get more powerful, more emphatic. And then a great line, which everyone talked about, the day I choose humanity over religion, I chose my heart over my mind. Okay, and then you get it with the last line, the last few lines, and I'm going to read those lines out loud. Reminded me about a show I did out the city, that time I brung a fan on stage to rap, but disapproved a word that she couldn't say with me. You said, Kendrick, ain't no room for contradiction. To truly understand love, switch position. blank, 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 we can say it together, but only if you let a white girl say blank. Okay. And I saw the concert, I saw the moment, she came out on stage, it's been seen millions of times. But what Kendrick is saying again with the opening up, which is what this album has done so well, is he's starting to define for himself, what are my words that I'm using? What am I saying? What are my policies? What are my positions? How long do you have a double standard? At what point do you say it's not acceptable to me anymore? He came to that realization because he's questioning what is appropriate. This song really influenced me and really made me do a lot of thinking about what is acceptance, what is love, what are words, how do we define each other, what are we looking for? And these are huge issues that I apply in my own practice when I talk to people. But I really had to kind of like step back and think about this song and how it related to me. And I want to take a different approach with this song where normally I do lyric after lyric. This is more about my perception of it. Clearly, it struck a nerve with a lot of people. I read so many comments, and hundreds of them were from people who were trans talking about having a song that finally identified them as people with the goal of finding their own identity. And it just comment after comment of that. And what they've been through, what their journey was and what they've been through. You realize that we're all looking for some level of happiness and to feel good about yourself and ourselves. You also realize about the journey that so many of us go on to get to that point and the struggle that it entails. And you have to literally open yourself up and put up with a lot of pain, anger, disappointment to hopefully find some kind of acceptance. Here's what I want to clarify. When you truly love someone for who they are, and when they go on a journey of any type, whether it's religious, spiritual, or literally body changing, you don't discourage them. You don't. You support them, and you realize it's about them, okay, and their ride. A lot of times in relationships, I get this a lot in counseling, when someone will say something like, I want to go to college. I want to get married. I want to try something different. I want to improve my life. I want to think differently. And what do people normally say to you? Don't do it. Don't try. You're crazy. You're not meant for that. Stay in your lane. Don't speed up. And you realize that's not really love. And if someone wants to become more spiritual, more religious, or in this case, body changing, you say to them, whatever you're going to do, I support you. Because we're still going to have a connection because I love you. You're my friend, if you're really your friend, or you're my family. And I love you no matter what you are, what you turn into, or how you define yourself. And so many people, there's a line he used. He states a line. He built a wall so you couldn't climb over. Oh my God, so many people in therapy will tell me about this. They build a wall or build a shield that you shouldn't know who they are. Keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. Don't say anything. Don't talk. Don't share. Go along with the flow. Go along with the crowd. Of course, today with the internet, hate speech is all the rage. And what we don't know or understand makes us feel that we have to denigrate or attack people that we feel that we can do this to, that are vulnerable. We don't see the bigger picture. It gives us this power because we don't understand these other people, how people perceive things, what they want to do with themselves. So it becomes this attack mode. What I got from the song was like a sigh of relief from the people listening to it. Like, not that someone who is the most popular rap, artist in, today is speaking about his own growth. It wasn't pandering. It wasn't talking down to. And to me, it was his own questions, his own maturity, his thoughts about the value and power of religion, and having to look at his own identity, and in conclusion, coming to the realization that we're just individual people trying to be happy with our own identity. He's opening himself up by saying, I don't really have the answers, and things that I thought were the answers, maybe they're not the answers. And that takes a lot of guts to do that. And that's a huge label, placed on you. We're on your back to carry and speak for everybody. This song affected me because this is the essence of what I do in counseling. I have so many people coming in with I'm not sure who I am, Bruce. And what I work with them is to come up with their own identity, that they feel good about themselves and happy about themselves, and to forge a path that gives them a sense of identity and a sense of purpose and a sense of comfort. And to learn how to think for yourself. All the videos that we've put out really have that one theme, is learn to think for yourself. Don't follow the crowd. Don't be like everybody else. What is it that gives you a sense of satisfaction? In conclusion, in the end, we all know who we are. Trust me. You know yourself inside of who you are, what you're meant for. Unfortunately, so many people don't hit the heights that they should because of insecurities, people not supporting them, and feeling like, what's the point? Why would I want to do anything different? When you say you're there to support someone through thick and thin, that is the true understanding of what real love and acceptance is meant to be. That's it. That's love. That's acceptance. I love you for who you are. Let us know in comments, and send them. When you came to your own realization about words and comments or beliefs about people you realize were nonsense, and you learn to think for yourself. I'm curious about those moments, and I'd like to, if you write in, I'm going to write back. You know how it goes. But this song really hit home for me. I know it hit home for a lot of people. I want to hear what you have to say. Bruce Mufson, LCSW, Sunridge, Nevada.